Okay, this is a continuation of the unboxing and the Cursed Temple section for the... Oh, well, you can... from a hub you can select the various areas. It's in Mysterious Cities of Gold. Yeah, I just had to have this. Let's see, 4 elements. Etrian Odyssey, Untold, Brave Dungeon, Chronus Arc. This is a real unboxing. During Boxing Day, I'll only show those. Chronus Arc. Let's give it a try. Save data completed. Chemical heat point. Yeah, so press the any button. So I'll just focus on the top screen. Yeah. So nice sepia colors. It follows all the classical conventions that are never written down. Somebody should give that a try. Chronus Arc. So I guess it has to do with time travel. And I'm a sucker for time travel movies, time travel games. And of course it reminds me of Chrono Trigger for the DS. I think there are various playthroughs on YouTube or elsewhere on the internet. I'm not going to play through it, just the unboxing part. So Chemical games have this really bad name that they are just a standard trope, but the great thing about Chemical games is that they are so accessible. You don't have to burn your brain for extremely deep systems. You can just play along, just move, click on things. This is actually what old people want, not too demanding. When I was very young, I went for the most complicated systems, civilization, and very deep strategy games, but been there, done that. They're just not so exciting anymore. So this is actually perfect for me. Okay, you can usually get these Chemical games at a 50% discount. It's up to you to either get them or not get them. If you are strapped for money, then just get one. Doesn't really matter which one. Etrian Odyssey, Untold, Fafnir Knight. I bought the Fafnir Knight full game, but this is the demo. I never finished any Etrian Odyssey. I think many people haven't. Many people have. So it offers a lot of gameplay. Graphics are beautiful, and this time I have to zoom out. try to adjust it a little bit. So as the time went by, the Etrian Odyssey series got improved, better graphics. The graphics are really fantastic. And it doesn't have a 3D effect yet. The game is just it's a variation of dungeon next to a giant Norse mythology Yggdrasil tree and a city that hugs the tree trunk. There you excavate. Sometimes it goes underwater. Apparently you can just breathe, and you have a character roster. It goes really far. The intro is fantastic, but I'm not sure if I would show it, because I think you can find it elsewhere on the internet. So just... Huh? No. It's version 1.1. So you can do classic or dramatic adventure. And so the two men of a Midgard investigation team set out for the Duchy of Heilagard. And it's actually nice to play for a while every Etrian Odyssey and then move on, and then you can get a feeling that the lore is expanding a little bit. Yeah, graphics are fantastic.
Orders from the Midgard library were report straight to the guild once you arrive in Heilagard, right?
I've never seen you. In any case.
What?
Agreed. Yes. Farewell.
The B button is equivalent to leave. And things gradually unlock, so the only thing you can go to is implied, Duke's Palace. That's a nice touch. It has been there since the very first Etrian Odyssey for the DS, which I still have to complete, as I said before.
Then I do you understand now? Please put out your hands. Also.
Got it.
Is there? I'm afraid we have no assignment. Also.
Hey.
Welcome. Oh, pardon me. I don't think we've met. And I'm just an assistant here, but I'm always on the job. Don't forget about me.
Well, if the great and addictive thing that I find in Etrian Odyssey is that you slay monsters, you get their loot, and their loot is thematically tied. So the parts that you find are monster organs or monster horns or tails and stuff. And somehow the weaponsmith can use these when you hand over the ingredients and create newer and better weapons. The thing, however, one of the traps is that you keep on getting the slightly better weapon until you're losing a lot of money then that way. There is the classical menu of everything that's here, and you can somehow scroll or something. The amount of N is the amount of money, so you start with 300. You can filter on equipped, and the game actually makes use of the lower screen very intelligently, so you can select a character for which you want to buy the stuff. In the early games you had to have an Ariadne thread to teleport back. So that part is tied with Greek mythology. Yeah, Etrian Odyssey is a classic, a fantastic game. And the Fafnir Knight 2 is the most modern iteration. I think the most modern. Not really sure because where is it? There's also Etrian Odyssey Nexus. This is, I think, even later than the Fafnir. It also has a little booklet. So I'm so glad that they added that, because most of these 3DS games don't have booklets anymore, because everything is